Hello, Sagittarius, my beautiful souls. Welcome to your weekly love reading. This will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please keep in mind energy can go vice versa, and this reading won't resonate with everyone. So just take what fits, but please leave the rest out. Okay, I just heard 3. Discovery, intention, travel, events with deception events. Someone, wow. Okay, so someone's gone to either visit, travel to see the other, trying to spy or gain some information. Someone even did it trying to be courageous but failed in the attempt. Okay, so there's something that's happened here that changed the other's perspective on how to handle the situation. Also, someone just not being honest and telling someone how they feel. I want you, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Yeah, this person definitely still sees you as the person that they want. Feels like they made the wrong choice. Overall energy. This is about making choices as well. Judgment card. Okay, so this is about rebirth. I'm feeling like this is an awakening here. Someone's come to some realization. So let's see what's going on in your energy. Page of Swords, Devil, King of Swords, 8 of Cups. There's something you've realized about this person and how they handled you or the actions they took towards you that made you feel chained to them or attached to them in some way. You finally figured it out by going within. You realized that it wasn't the person necessarily, it's how they were triggering you, making you feel stuck in the situation or unloved. And as you figured it out, you're like, okay, now I can walk away. Now I can get to a better place emotionally and choose better when it comes to love. Also, you're not allowing things to stir you up emotionally. You're like, no, I'm going to walk away. I'm not chasing anyone. I'm going to live my life. I'm not here to just be a pawn in someone's game. So let's see what's going on in their energy. We have 2 of Swords, King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords. This person regrets the past. They feel hurt because they hurt you. And they realize that they're lost without you. That they're afraid to even reach out because they're afraid to get rejected, get hurt by you. But the love is still there. The seed is still in motion. This connection is very much alive even though it's ended or there's been no communication. But they're sitting here with this information, holding back, not making a decision, choosing to follow their heart. Okay, let's see this King of Cups, 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Magician, 7 of Wands. Yeah, their ego is bruised. So they've done some things here, especially with this Knight of Pentacles, to keep the connection alive as well in the 3D realm. So this could possibly be traveling to see you, going to do something, or spying on you that keeps them connected to you in some way. It makes them feel good, like you're not completely out of their life, but it was just to keep them winning in the situation. It's just a facade. It's a mask here in the Magician. They don't really have a hold over you. It just makes them feel like they're still connected. Okay, let's see the past. What's happened here? 8 of Swords, Empress, 9 of Pentacles, Hierophant, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I see that you were feeling stuck in a situation or trapped because this person was not committing or trying to compromise. They could be a hypocrite here or an opportunist where you feel like they're just trying to make themselves feel good, stroke their ego, or you want some attention from me, but I want more than this. And in the 9 of Pentacles, they were triggering you left and right and made you realize that you want to choose yourself and you're not going to choose somebody that doesn't choose you. And you were done with the games. You were tired as well emotionally. But I see from their end, they still had this idea or feeling that they wanted commitment, even though they were acting as if they were trapped. They felt like they couldn't really make a move in love towards you. Let's see why. Because if you were confused in this situation, I can see why that would feel confusing. It's a little confusing to me. Page of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. They were conflicted internally about whether this was going to be the best decision for them. Not because they didn't want you, it's because they didn't feel like they can make someone else happy. They either have an abandonment wound that is really difficult for them to even want to look back on or feel. And anytime it even touches that feeling, they run for high heavens. So they tend to retreat. They're also very impulsive. So they may do or say things without thinking about them, and then they regret it a second later. And with the Page of Wands, they know this about themselves, so they don't want to put you in that situation, but they want you, but they're afraid that you might see right through them, that they're kind of all over the map or very spontaneous and not someone that is commitment material. So they thought you would leave them anyway. So there's a fear in love of getting rejected or their heart broken. Some of them could be in a committed situation with the Empress Hierophant here already, where they felt like eventually you would leave them if they didn't commit. So they tried to avoid at all costs anything deep or meaningful or talking about feelings. Six of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Star card. Yeah, the hope was alive, the dream was alive, but it was all fantasy. It wasn't really being made into the 3D realm or reality. And with the Six of Swords, they were already done and over with in a situation or a mindset, and they needed to move on from that. So whether this is just their belief that they're not good enough or to make someone happy because of their quirks or their inconsistencies, they feel unlovable, or this is a third party. It doesn't matter. They just feel like in the end, no one's ever going to love me for me. So in the Eight of Wands, things were all over the map. And that's why, because it's connected to the Knight of Swords. And yes, they're very inconsistent, impulsive at times, and they could be hurtful with the things that they do or say because they're not thinking things through. Let's see the Star card. Seven of Swords, Tower, yes. So the issue, what I see mainly, is that they were being deceptive. They were giving you or offering you hope, right? That everything was going to work out. You both were aligned in the same things that you desire. But underneath it was underhandedness. Somebody that was giving you false hope that they were either going to commit or whatever the promise was in the beginning. And with the Tower, things took a drastic turn. It's like they ran away before they were found out, basically. They thought you were really seeing them for who they were towards the end because they could not hold up this facade any longer. I want to see this Eight of Wands, Six of Wands. They wanted to be successful in this working out, but what I see is they were more worried or concerned about their ego or them looking good in your eyes than getting found out that they were being deceptive. Because the deceptiveness is them holding things off, not really saying what they mean at times. And with the Chariot, Ten of Swords, it's like they knew this was headed towards a brutal ending, so they jumped ship. It's like, retreat, I can't deal with this. I don't know if they're going to cut me off. I don't want to hear that. It would hurt me deeply. Again, when I say that the Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, this terrifies them, this abandonment wound or them fearing being rejected, that any kind of sight that's headed towards them, they will run. So you might have felt like this person ran quite a bit in this connection and then suddenly would return. And you're like, okay, I thought we were done. So that could have been the dynamic as well. Let's see the Six of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. The goal was always there. That's why it's confusing. Because you could feel their energy. You could feel that they did want the same thing as you. And in the beginning, they were honest. Their intention was the Ten of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands is what was stopping them. It would be a lot of work as well as getting rid of a lot of things that were hindering this connection. But this could just be their fears, their doubts, anything that was stopping them from progressing to the Ten of Pentacles. They just were so fearful to go all in, to really work towards making this a reality. Okay, let's see what's going to happen next, where this is headed. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, Six of Pentacles. We have massive movement that you're not going to believe is going to change your love life. So if this reading is resonating with you in the extended, we're going to find out exactly what they do here, what they say moving forward, as well as the timing and the outcome. If this is your last stop though, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Also for all the love and support you guys give me. You have no idea. It means the world. You guys are amazing. Many blessings to you guys. I love you, and I'll see you next time.